Liberia, the African America. At least that was the idea back then, but we're gonna see how that's going on for them. So we're gonna start with small details. Just population is 5.7 million, which is way less than I expect, I have to say. Position wise, well, pretty interesting, but let's see how they're doing in the real life. Well, as you can see, they have some small, by the Western standards, small towns here, small cities, depends how they call it here. As you can see, no paved roads except the main one, I guess, and even that not exactly fully finished. We have pretty much anyone jamming together as always. Yeah, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all from the above at least. And this is from what time it is? The satellite images. Let me check. From 2025. Okay, so very recently. So I don't think they change anything. Yeah, that does not look good. And when we move to other parts, it's gonna be pretty much the same, except here they have, oh, they have some paved roads here, but just again, the main one, but not fully paved. You just kind of stop at some point, which is kind of weird, but I guess this is how they do things there. Yeah, as you can see, look at this gray, it's good, it's light red, I don't know exactly. It looks bad. It just seems where the humans came there, they just pretty much fucked up everything. They have an airstrip here, which again is not paved. I guess they don't like pavement, with an airplane, and some unpaved roads that leads to the bigger community and the other small ones. Well, things again doesn't look great for them, but I believe those guys in a small community, they kind of have a better life than those guys in a bigger one. So yeah, I don't think they're looking too great here. Let's move to someone else. They have some sort of a lake? No, it's just a river from what I can see. Okay, at least they have water. What else can we check? I mean, you can see from the satellite where those settlements are. Not huge, but they clearly bold. You can see a bold spot. Here they don't have any of those paved roads. Not sure exactly how they have the power lines. I mean, you have to put a lot of cables and poles to bring power. Kind of amazed that they didn't find some sort of a wireless technology to transport electricity. That's going to be much more efficient probably. And don't have to deal with cut cables and stuff like that. Yeah, here pretty much the same story. Yeah, nothing from above that's going to inspire trust, I would say. Everyone again jamming together. Not that much trees, no pavement. I guess they have electricity, but I don't know. Doesn't seem to do a great life there. And again, no 360, so we don't have no idea how the things are going there. This is probably one of the main cities, but again, no 360, no nothing, so not that much involvement in technology, let's say. What else can we find here? A bit more green, I would say, yes. Not that much jamming together everyone, but also not far away from that. But they have the green, which is looking much, much better here. Here, not so much. Look at this. Wow, that's really fucked up how they live there. But here, it's much better. See? They could live in a decent, let's say, not great, but decent way. They have a bit more trees here. No paved roads again from above. Except the main one, which I guess you have to go something. They have the main road, that's it. Strange things that I didn't find, at least. I didn't check that deeply for them. But it didn't seem to have that much railroad in those countries. At least not how we have in Europe. And even US. Here they seem to just kind of skip that entirely. I guess it was a bit too expensive for them. Or I don't know. But doesn't seem to have that, at least, culture. But although a lot of them was under British rules for quite a while, and usually Europeans, British, French, some cases Portuguese, Dutch also, but Italians again, Germans, Belgium, but they didn't do that nice railway system, I guess, or at least again, I didn't see them that often. So maybe they have, obviously they're gonna have a few lines, but not as deep integrated as they should have, especially when they don't have deep water ports. That should be the next thing they're going for, and then going for the airplane, I guess, air cargo transportation way. Yeah, not exactly a great start. But again, this is Liberia. Again, this is pretty much a US funded state, and they just leave them alone for the next few decades, and then we end up with something like this, which is not exactly great, but who knows, maybe sometimes at some point they're gonna go back here and continues whatever they started. I mean, we know what they started here, what they funded this, but I don't think it's gonna be that achievable, let's say. So they have to rethink all of this. But yeah, it looks pretty. I mean, I like this line. Just bam, just draw a line here. Nobody builds beyond this line. It looks pretty awesome in a way. Yeah, a bit jamming together everyone. They don't seem to do that well, but again, it is what it is. On the coastline, I mean, those guys seem to do better, but again, not that much trees, unfortunately. This year, when the people came, they just pretty much slashed everything. They have a river here, which kind of top of the lake, looking pretty good. Another big community here with the airstrip. I guess this was an airstrip at some point, at least. Now I don't think they maintain it anyway, so I don't think they have it. A bit more green, not that much jamming together, but again, not that far away either. Not that much trees in this area, but in this one looks much better. I mean, it's something. It's something. Where is the main city? I think it's this one. We have some 360 here, and also more street view. So let's check them on the ground level. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. So, oh, we have a solar panel here. Okay, that's pretty good. The road, not so bad. They have public illumination, I guess, road illumination. They don't have a sewage system. They don't have that much development beyond the main road, I guess. Wow, look at this canal here. They watch this. Look at this Toyotas, very expensive car. This is from 2023, so very recently. Yeah, it doesn't seem to do that, but again, those houses, they're expensive to build anywhere in the world, so maybe even here, by their standards, it's probably someone rich living there. I would say, let's go. Oh, let's check this area. Let's see how good it is. And it doesn't look so great. They have bars on the windows, pretty bad. They have garbage pretty everywhere. Weird face there. We don't have police, I guess, checking the have the, let's say, under surveillance, the Google Street Car. Have some American flag, some sort of American, not American flag, but Liberian flag. Okay, it doesn't look great. It doesn't look great at all. And this is a civilization. This is how they live. Like I said, you cannot skip civilization. They will need probably another 2,000 years to achieve the level of civilization that we have in the West, in Europe, in the US. If you don't count for the recent migration, which kind of plummets the civilization again. But again, they came from these type of areas in the world. So yeah, this is gonna show it doesn't matter if they import them from there. It is gonna pretty much live how they live back home, so you're not gonna civilize them. That's another issue that we have here. But yeah, they will need probably like at least 2,000 years of this barbed wire to get to the same level before mass migration in Europe and also US. US has the same problem now. They have mass migration, uncontrolled, legal or illegal, it doesn't matter. It's still migration. Just because it's legal, it doesn't mean it's good, and it doesn't mean it's not gonna take a toll on your own people. So yeah, I mean, people try to separate them now because it's much easier to digest, I guess, with illegal migration. But illegal or legal is pretty much the same thing in a cultural perspective. So yeah, there's pretty much no difference in my opinion. What else can we have here? Yeah, the infrastructure, just pretty much non-existent. Though weird small cars that I start to hate. I don't see the point of them. It just doesn't seem civilized to me. It's just like poverty, and they try to go for the cheapest thing to transport people and goods, which I guess it kind of work here, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like a very high step forward to civilization. It's just kind of a set step to me. What else can we find? I mean, so far it doesn't look great at all, but man, I kind of accept that. And I making those videos. Oh, look at this house. That's huge. That's expensive. This is 2022. I'm making these videos for a while now, so I kind of know exactly what to expect when I go in those countries. I mean, like, we are pretty much at the end of the African countries, so we've seen every single country, so I don't have like high hopes. I mean, look at this lady here. Just go for the water probably, and I don't think, but I think it's somebody might live there. I'm not sure, but doesn't look that great. Paved roads, yeah, they have it, but not that great. I mean, this is how pretty much Gypsy lives here in Europe. Not exactly a great step forward, I would say. Yeah, it just is bad. Or doesn't matter how you go in, it's bad. The main roads might seems like they have electricity, they have a good tarmac, which you have, the good road. It's not that much potholes. But immediately when you step aside on those secondary roads, left and right, just way worse. I mean, like not even close. I mean, look at this one. Yeah, just doesn't need any description. It doesn't need an introduction. It just we see it. We see it. We feel it. It's not working. What else can we find here? Wow, this is from above. Pretty bad, realize it, but at least we have something. This one is another 360. Oh yeah, let's check this one. Yeah, I didn't click on the other one, but fine. Wow, look at those expensive cars. This is 2016. Those are like 100 grand easy. Easy. Pretty good. They have some boats here. I mean, like some people relax there, but I don't know. Yeah, so far, again, nothing amazing. Clearly not even close to the American level, the North American, the United States. Not even in the same century, for God's sake. It's such a weird place with those countries. They're living in the same timeline as us, but they're living between worlds, I would say. They have some modern features, but in the same time, they live worse than probably their ancestor lived. So, I don't know. It's so weird. It just doesn't make sense at all to me. I don't know how they can improve that. Even though you tackle corruption and improvement in 10 years, you just go to the extreme levels to pretty much have a new civilization there, or you just pretty much fail and that's it. You call it a day. I don't know how to say it. Just there is no way. I don't see a good ending for them in any scenario, but we will see. That's pretty nice. That's a nice area. Like it. Pretty good. Pretty good. A nice lake. The people stay there. They have like a barbecue or something. Looking pretty good. Well, that was the Liberia. So I want to go now with the numbers. I'm more curious in that because again, we kind of know how those people live. Not exactly a surprise. The good thing is they're not that many, which is good. Like just 5.7 million, but you can see they going fast upwards. So yeah, let's check this one. 1955, only 1 million people here. So it was already a pretty good start. 1 million people here, not so bad. But watch this. With a 2% increase rate, roughly that will be around 20,000 people per year. Migration, awesome plus, 700 people around that. Median age, 18 years old, and fertility rate 6.2, which is insane. At some point it was almost 7. Density, 11 people per square kilometers, that's a lot. Urban population, 15%, so you have to manage in 1955, 160,000 people, which is a lot. But look at what happened now. Fast forward to 2025, population grew around 5.7 million with 2.1% increase rate, so even higher they're gonna be in 1955 when they have just 1 million. Now they have 120,000 people net increase per year. Migration, it's a minus around 10,000. Median age, 18 years old, so that pretty much unchanged. Fertility, they got down, but not that much, 3.8. And the density now it's 60 people per square kilometers. Urban population counts for 55% of the population. That would be roughly around 3.1 million people to manage. So yeah, they're not gonna do that. And we saw in the street views and satellite image, they don't. By 2050, population is gonna go to 8.9 million people with 1.4% increase rate every year, at least in that year. Yearly change 120,000 people, so again that's gonna be pretty much unchanged. Migration minus 16,000, so yeah, they're going for Europe. Median age 24 years old, fertility rate 2.6, still well above replacement rate, a bit too much. Density is 93 people per square kilometers. Urban population 75%. Wow, that would be roughly 6.6 million people to manage. So yeah, again, they're not gonna do that. Life expectancy here is very good. It's 62 years old, female 63 and male 61. Just pretty much ideal, I would say. Almost ideal. A bit higher, but okay. But they're gonna see, probably they're gonna go up from here. So yeah, they're gonna go outside that ideal range. Infant mortality rate 54 and death under age of 5 69. Huge numbers, but for Africa I think it's average, and they're trading those numbers down. So yeah, I guess it's pretty good in the end. Demographic, as you can see, pretty solid pyramid with some chip here in the middle in the 30s. They have a small male surplus by the age of 18, probably then they leave the country, and then we have a small female surplus. So yeah, not exactly something extremely unusual. Economy wise, well, economy judging by this picture doesn't look so great. So look at this, GDP 5.1 billion US dollars and PPP around 11 billion US dollars, so extremely low. Yeah, but they have a growing population, which is kind of insane. I mean, they almost are gonna double again in the next 25 years, so not looking good. Growing rate 4.6, 4.8, 5.3, 5.5. Those are extremely low numbers for such a small economy. Per capita, it's 900 US dollars and 2000 PPP. Yeah, very, very low. Looking for unemployment in 2014, they say only 2.8%. If they keep that, that's pretty good, but I highly doubt that they're gonna do that. Corruption in Liberia. Let's see corruption. Let's see the map. Corruption. Doesn't look so great, but again, it's Africa, so it can't be that much worse. Let's see them. Liberia 27 points, but they got up 10 points, so that's a good sign. But yeah, 27 points that are perceived as more corrupt. The flag is pretty much similar to American flag, as you can see. They have 85% Christians, that's good, and 12% Islam. What else can we find here? There was American colonized society, okay, in 1822. Pretty good, I guess. What else? Let's check the image we have here. Yeah, let's have some recent. Not so bad, actually. It doesn't look so bad. Oh, what is that? Going up. Oh yeah, now they have the civil war. Again, that's pretty much what we're gonna have in the next few decades in Africa. We're gonna see a lot of wars. Pretty nice lake. Former presidents. Okay, that's not a good sign. Have the Trump here. This is from what? July 9, 2025. Okay, just very recently. Another old presidents. Wow, look at this. The average age is probably 100 years old. This is pretty much the economic machine there. Yeah, look at this. A lot of people, a lot of cars, cables. Construction don't look so great. So BMW here, which is pretty nice. But they have quite expensive cars. I mean, sure exactly how they can afford those, but they are expensive. They are really expensive. Even from Europe, it's expensive. Yeah, this is some sort of a class with a candle. I think it's more romantic, but in the same way, I kind of need electricity. I don't think they need heating, but at least they should study probably in the daylight. Here they have some street food, I guess. So yeah, that was Liberia. Well, maybe, who knows, in some point they're gonna wake up the interest of United States again, but I highly doubt that. Otherwise, they're pretty much on their own, and yeah, with growing population, I don't see them achieving that much by the end of the century. So yeah, I have low hopes for them, or zero hopes that they're gonna improve. They're gonna have some sort of a boom in economics, that they're gonna improve the life so much that it's gonna be a next, not superpower, but at least a decent way of life. But at least they have more freedom that we have in the West, in a way, you know. That's also true. So I guess it's kind of a push in the end. Otherwise, yeah, they seems to have, judging by the roof of some houses, those are expensive material to build, and they seems to have access to them and somehow afford them. So even that's a good start, but the way they build, that's the problem. At least my problem. They just jamming everyone together with small plots of land. Just, it's not a good. Even like you don't have the money, okay, for paved roads, fine. Start with water pipes, that's the main one. Then electricity, again, bury them, don't let them on the poles, it looks fucked up. At least we have water and electricity. Then go with the sewage. Okay, we have sewage now. Then pave the roads. But make sure when they do those things, before you do those things, every plot that they have, it's a good size. You don't look at this, you don't jamming everyone together. It's well defined. It's a nice pattern, not exactly straight line, because I don't like that much either. make sure it's very green. You don't end up with bald spots like this. It looks pretty fucked up. And if you have that base, you're gonna see the economic is gonna follow pretty soon. So yeah, you don't have to have, again, big houses or expensive one. You just have to have a a decent lot of land, and then you can improve on that the house. You build the small one first. Depends on the economic. You can even build that with, I don't know, some sticks and wood, and still it's pretty good. And then you end up when you move on to the better one. But yeah, until then, we should not just go for these scramble economics that they have all over the Africa. We just pretty much anyone builds whatever they want. They start the building, they don't finish, they just make it too big, they cannot afford to finish it, continue it. Just look at this. It's nonsense to me. It's a lot of resource that could be used in a better way. So yeah, that was Liberia. If you are from here and watch this video, well, leave a comment and tell me how things are really up there, because that's what I can see it from above at least. And check the other videos, and see you next time.